Hey, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I maintained a 7+ KDA to start Season 11 with my all-time favorite support, Rakan. This extremely mobile support is ridiculously fun to play as he bounces in and out of teamfights, making you feel like a mix of Flash and Superman on the Rift. He has an incredible engage, which can create lots of space for your team to dish out maximum damage. I'll be going over items, runes, skills, and playstyle in this Season 11 Rakan guide. Rakan is one of the most versatile supports in the game, and he can technically be played with any of the support mythic items based on the enemy team composition. Let me go over two of the main mythic items that you should consider buying when playing Rakan support. The first and most common mythic item for Rakan support is Shurelia's Battle Song. This mythic item is one of the least used support items bought, but for Rakan, it really does feel like it's built for him. Rakan's greatest strength is his ability to engage from afar, and he utilizes Shurelia's passive with perfection. This mythic item grants you and nearby allies 60% bonus movement speed that decays over 4 seconds. It is almost always activated when combined with Rakan's ultimate, increasing his ability to engage from a long distance away, catching enemy carries out of position. Movement speed and Rakan's ultimate go hand in hand, and is the primary way you want to play this champion. Once you've charmed and knocked up the enemy team, make sure to find a safe carry to dash back towards with your E. The second mythic item for Rakan is Locket of the Iron Solari. Since Rakan isn't a true tank, purchasing this item requires a specific enemy condition. If you notice that the enemy team has a bursty champion such as Katarina or Samira, it's vital that you keep your teammates alive with Locket's active ability. This active is a must-use survivability tool which provides you and your surrounding allies of up to 300 to 400 health. Additionally, nearby allied champions gain 5 additional armor and 5 additional magic resistance, which equates to nearly 200 extra worth of gold in resistances. Locket is an excellent alternative mythic item to buy when you may not necessarily need a super strong engage, but instead you need more peel for your team. Being able to survive through the burst damage can sometimes be more important than finding that perfect engage. Activating Locket in those crucial moments to save your carries can be an absolute game changer. Once you've chosen your mythic item, start building towards your first legendary item, which will be Zeke's Convergence. This legendary item works extremely well with Rakan since your charm ability on your ultimate applies an immobilization effect. After choosing an accomplice to be paired with, Zeke's passive ability causes immobilized champions to be marked for the next 8 seconds. Your accomplice can deal nearly 100 extra bonus magic damage per basic attack or ability to all marked targets. The next legendary item I like to purchase is Redemption, as it works well with Rakan's peeling style. This item provides 20% additional heal and shielding power and also provides you with an extra 200 health. Rakan definitely needs extra health as he is often used as a primary engager, meaning he needs to be able to tank enough damage long enough before using his E to escape to the safety of his carries. In teamfights, it's likely the enemy will try to trade damage with you and your teammates, but you can quickly gain back some health using Redemption's active ability. Within 2.5 seconds, enemies are forced to make a decision to either leave the area and retreat, or stay and try to finish off the kill. If the enemies leave, your carries are safe while firing back at the enemies. If the enemies stay, Redemption deals 10% of their maximum health as true damage. Regardless of your enemy's decision to fight or flee, your backline carries heal for up to 300 to 360 health. Afterwards, there are several different legendary items you can consider building towards, which include Deadman's Plate, Staff of Flowing Water, or Knight's Vow. Let me quickly go over in which scenarios which of these 3 legendary items are most appropriate. In an AD heavy team, I'd consider going Deadman's Plate since it provides you with both armor and health to ensure you can survive against AD damage. This item also provides Rakan with movement speed, which again is super helpful when combined with his ultimate. While moving, Rakan can build towards stacks of momentum, which provides him with an additional 60 bonus movement speed at 100 stacks. Speed is the name of the game for Rakan, as he can zip in and out of teamfights even at low health. This makes enemy players confused as to whether they should chase Rakan or deal with his teammates. If you notice your team has a substantial amount of AP and requires some additional peel, I'd consider going Staff of Flowing Water. This item provides your teammates with both movement speed and an additional 20 to 40 AP for 3 seconds every time they are shielded. If you focus on ensuring you use your E ability to constantly shield your AP carries, they will highly value these 2 stats to ensure they can dish out maximum damage. Healing your teammates by throwing your Q against enemy champions can also proc this item's effect. Lastly, if you have one primary carry that is super fed and you've determined that one specific ally is your win condition, buying a Knight's Vow will be the way to go. Your job will be to ensure he stays alive at all costs, meaning you need to ensure he takes as little damage as possible. With Knight's Vow, you will be able to redirect 15% of damage from your carry towards yourself while increasing your movement speed to this bound ally. Make sure to do everything you can to keep him alive. After taking that additional damage, you will regenerate all your health back up very quickly with Knight's Vow healing regeneration stat of 300%. Here are a few example final builds for Rakan support. For runes, there are many different rune pages you can take depending on if you want to play more utility versus damage heavy, but I primarily use this main rune page as it provides your allies with as much shielding potential as possible. The keystone rune will be Guardian, followed by Shield Bash, Bone Plating, and Unflinching. In your secondary tree, you will want to take Zombie Ward and Ultimate Hunter. Guardian works extremely well on Rakan, as your shield ensures you and your ally won't take lethal damage in teamfights. The reason why I like Guardian over Aftershock is because your job as Rakan isn't to be the primary tank, but instead a primary engager. Since you will be fleeing the scene anyways after you mobilize an enemy, the Aftershock tankiness won't be as useful. By the time you dash back to the safety of your carries, Aftershock effects will have timed out. Instead, you want to be able to proc Guardian when you rush back to your teammates to ensure they can't be bursted by any enemy return damage. I bring Ultimate Hunter as part of my secondary tree since Rakan's gameplay is all centered around his game-changing or charming ultimate. For skill upgrades, I like to start with W, then E, then Q. W is your knockup ability and is the primary way for you to engage in lane. Reducing its cooldown is essential to ensure you have the threat of engage more frequently. W is also Rakan's strongest damage basic ability when compared to his Q. You then want to max your E ability so that you can zip in and out of teamfights with ease. Remember that you have 5 seconds to recast this ability without any mana cost. Use your E to either reshield an ally or to reposition in a teamfight either aggressively or defensively. An interesting tip that some of you may not know is that your E dash speed also scales with an additional 80% of your movement speed. I maxed Q last as it can be difficult to land due to its short range and ease of dodge. To increase the chances of hitting your Q on enemy champions, feel free to use it after you knock them up with your W as it will be unable to move while in the air. Remember that your Q can work on epic monsters such as Dragon or Baron for that extra heal when taking objectives. Lastly, I want to touch upon a few gameplay combos and tips that will instantly improve your Rakan support. Let me go over the 2 skill combos that I think are most fundamental. In laning phase before level 6, you want to knock up the enemy team when they are mispositioned. This is followed up with an auto attack, then a Q for the additional sustain. Finish the combo off with dashing to your carry to provide them with a heal proc from your Q. The full combo here is W, auto attack, Q, then E. A more advanced version of this is that you can use your ally partner as bait and E to him first before starting your WQ combo, then E to him again for that extra peel. This is a great trading pattern which will help you dominate the lane. Once you've reached level 6 and have your ultimate ready, Rakan really starts to shine. Your primary engage will involve using your R followed up by a W knockup. This ensures that the enemy has absolutely no chance of escaping your knockup and they are CC locked for an insanely long duration. Make sure to continue to thread an auto and Q off during your engage, similar to the laning phase combo. Now, to get into this engage position, there are many creative methods you can try out using your insane mobility. You can dash to an ally, then engage. You can double dash to 2 allies, then engage. You can even use flash if you still can't get your ultimate in position to charm enemies. Just make sure to lead with your ultimate as it provides you with an initial movement speed bonus of 75% to help guarantee that you can charm the enemy carries. Oh, and did I mention you can gain another movement speed buff with Shurelia's too. After your engage, see if you can dash back to your backline allies to where it will be a bit more safe and you can start peeling until your knockup is ready again. Having said everything, here's the one core gameplay concept that I have yet to really see in guides on how to play Rakan, which is creating space. Your job as Rakan support is to create space for your teammates to dish out as much damage as possible. You want to create an environment on the Rift such that your swishy carries has the most security to deal damage while never dying. To create space, you will want to use your ultimate and knockup to lock up enemies. When you're in your ultimate form, enemies will try to actively run away from you such that they won't be charmed. This causes the enemy's position to scatter, making it a lot easier for your carries to focus on dealing damage if there is only 1 or 2 targets they need to focus on. Creating space can also be employed by using your ultimate and knockup as a pure disengage tool if a fed enemy bruiser like Jax or Riven, or enemy assassin like Zed or Yi tries to one-shot your backline. Try to think critically in game as to whether you want to use your ultimate and knockup as a primary engage or primary disengage tool. Overall, finding the right engage or disengage on Rakan is how you can become a better Rakan player. Look for mispositioned enemies by finding good angles to catch them off guard and capitalize on their mistakes. Using your ultimate lets your teammates know this is the time you want to engage. Following up on Rakan engage is one of the easiest things for your teams to do. Your mindset should be to look for plays with your ultimate and knockup. As soon as your ultimate ability is completed, change your mindset into becoming a peeling machine. Keep shielding your teammates until you have your knockup available again. In and out, in and out. This is how you want to play Rakan support. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit that like button and consider hitting that subscribe button too. It really does help. Also, I do stream League on Twitch, so please feel free to come by and hang out with our community. Check the description box below to know when I go live. If you have any thoughts regarding Rakan support, please let me know in the comments below. See y'all in Diamond. Untiltable. Untiltable. Streamers. Untiltable. Untiltable.
That's gonna be, fascinating transition.